Logan.
Hey, how's it going, Isabel?
It's going great. Nice to see you again.
It's great to see you.
Thanks. Okay, so I got a little feedback from our last video.
Okay.
The feedback was, who the heck has 20% down? So that's true, right?
Yeah,
that's probably a high amount
happens.
to come up with, yeah. So the scenario was, I have a borrower who is qualified on the same type of home they have now. Their rent is $2,500.
Yep.
If they were to buy the same property, it's going to be significantly higher per month. So I want to go over the true value of home ownership and how we can help people see that it's not just a monthly payment to consider.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
So if we recall, they're going to buy a house for $475,000. They have 5% down, so that gives us a loan amount of $451,250.
Okay.
But check it out, that's going to be their payment.
Yeah, so they're almost $1,000 more.
$1,000 more a month. So
Okay.
I thought we could break down the value.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That sounds good. So let's get started here. So in the first year, the interest is going to be $33,097.
Yeah, in year one, you're going to pay the most interest on your mortgage.
Right. Okay. Well, if we treat this the same way we treat the last one, the good news is at the end of the year, we're going to take this and we're going to deduct it from our tax returns. And most of us are taxed at 22% bracket. So meaning for every dollar that we deduct, we're going to save 22 cents.
Okay.
So that's going to give us $7,281 at the end of the year.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad. We're going to divide this by 12 because we want to make this into a monthly savings so we can compare the monthly rent to the monthly mortgage payment. So that gives us $607, which a little bit more than half, but it's on 1,000.
Yeah.
So the other thing which we didn't look at last time, but we probably do want to look at now is our monthly, kind of the same type of savings, but as they relate to interest and property taxes.
Okay.
So
on this particular property, I was estimating that their monthly homeowners insurance to protect the property would run them about $150 a month.
okay.
And then the insurance is $150, and then their property tax is $208.33
Okay.
per month.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So we take this and we would turn this into an annual expense first. So times that by 12 will give us $4,289. And again, most Americans are going to be taxed at this 22% bracket. So that's going to turn into total annual savings of $945.78. Divided by 12 so we can make it a monthly savings amount. So that's at $78.81.
Okay.
So we're knocking it down a little bit.
Not quite $1,000 yet, but we're progress. So that's what, $785 so far?
Yeah, $785. So for a little bit more money now, you can own your home instead of rent it.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I think about, I know we talked a little bit about home office.
Yeah, so some people are going to be able to take a little bit of savings for a home office deduction. So if you do work from home, then there's an actual cost accounting method for which we'll make another video about how this works because it's a little complicated. But essentially, you can take 10% of your home if that's the amount of space you use for office space, and we can apply some depreciation towards this. And for some people that will be a good amount, some people will be less. So
depending on if you have that
or something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's another good thing too. So if you have a home office, there's potential saving there. I was thinking too, okay, it also costs money to wait.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think this is really the main point of it all, right? Is it probably is a little bit more expensive right now for you to own your home and rent it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just talking about right now. This is always a long-term project, right? And I guess if you start with this backwards, what's happening to rent every year?
It goes up.
Yeah, this is year 2025. So what's going to happen in 2025 this year?
It's going to go up.
It's going to go up, especially because property taxes are going up this year. They go up every odd year in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And the landlords are going to get their money back, right?
Yeah.
But they also want some money for everything else, like inflation and just, if you look at rent growth over time, it's almost always going up at least 5% a year. So So that's like pretty big. Like if you say, all right, I'm saving about $700 between my interest and taxes and property insurance here, but the rent goes up $125 a year, 5%. In 3 years from now, your rent is the same as your mortgage payment.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
true.
not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty close.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And on the flip side, if you own your home, not only does this not change, but in Colorado, homes appreciate about 3 to 5% a year. And that includes 2008, like when real estate was in the tank, and it excludes COVID years when things were going up by 20-25% a year.
So that's a super realistic, conservative number.
Very realistic and very conservative. It's for Boulder County is one of the most stable real estate markets in the country. And if you look at our graphs, it's almost always like that.
Oh my, I'm a Colorado native. I know you are too, specific to Boulder County. And I've seen this. It's insane how much the prices have increased.
Yeah, I mean, and that's 3%, right? So if it's 5% appreciation, I mean, your numbers are going to be bigger. And when you compare 14,500 to what you put down,
Yeah, the down payment was $23,750.
yeah, you're not going to put $23,000 in the stock market any year probably and make 14,500. I mean,
Yeah.
and you have to live someplace. So it's one of those like no-brainer things to own it, because if you're renting, your rent is going to go up, and when you decide my rent has gone up so much I almost could have bought a house, you've also missed out on all of this.
Yeah,
so now
2
you got to
years
pay this
later.
out to somebody else.
Yeah, 2 years could cost me $30,000.
Yeah, costing will wait. Waiting always costs you money.
Yeah.
But when you own, there are some tax deductions to help
Mhm.
lessen the impact, and over the long run, I think that's where you're going to see your payments are actually going to be lower than it costs you to rent.
Yeah.
You don't see too many people that own their homes that sell it to the go rent.
Yeah, that's so true. And again, we're looking at the true value of home ownership. So,
Yeah.
if these increase, 15%, then we can get rid of your mortgage insurance, which then just lowers your house payment.
Yeah.
Your rent's never going to go lower, but you can save money on that. And hey, if rates get better and people refinance, then you can go into a lower rate and save money again.
Yeah. And how much would the mortgage insurance be?
Like $250.
So 250. So you can put 5% down now, instead of having to come up with the other 15%. I can just wait and let the value of my home go up, and in 3 years I can reduce my payment by $285.
Like $250, yeah.
$250, and then when I include all of this, it is
It adds
cheaper to
up.
own
Yeah.
than rent.
Good. I love it. I love this breakdown.
Awesome.
I hope you found it helpful.